Hello and welcome back to ISpeakSpokeSpoken. Today we're going to be talking about the 100 most used words in the English language. So these are very important words because if you know these, you're able to understand quite a lot of English, which will be used in daily life and also in books. You can speak to people, you can order a coffee, you can talk to people. So these things are very interesting and very helpful for your English learning. So let's get into the video. So first we are going to be talking about the word the. So they will be at the park. So the indicates there's a specific one of something. So the park. I'm going to the shops. So it's not like there's I don't have a choice of shops there. There is one specific shop that I want to go to. So, okay, so, and also the same thing with the park. I'm not choosing between 3 different parks. That is the one park that I'm going to go to today. Perfect. So next up, we are going to be talking about the word to. So to, I'm going to the office. So try and say that word with me. The office. Office? Perfect. Good job. So I'm going to the office. I'm going in the direction of. I'm heading to, straight to there. So yes, it means that I'm going from where I am to that place, you see? So that's perfect. Lovely. And just remember that everything that you can see here on the board, we have right up here, and you can click the link up there, and you can also go down you can go down and click the link in the description, and they're all free, and you can also take a quiz that you can then post the results down in the comments and tell us how you did. Fabulous. So next up we have of. So a cup of coffee. My cup has a drink in it and the cup is of coffee. So we say a cup of water, a cup of whatever drink that you want to have, that is what is there. So that is how we describe using this context in the word of. Fabulous. So next up we have and. And takes 2 sides of the sentences that are of equal importance and it connects them. So we want to say, I like coffee and tea. It's like, I don't prefer coffee over tea and I don't prefer tea over coffee. I just like both. So I'm going to say coffee and tea. So this is what you want to use when there is no hierarchy or no kind of one that you prefer more than the other. And that's very important to know because there are different ways of explaining those things. Fabulous. Next up, we have a. So I saw a movie. So a is similar to the, but we use a when we have a choice. So I saw a movie. So like it means that I had a choice of movies. I could have gone to see this, could have gone to see that. But if I said I saw the movie, you're talking about a specific movie that day. Fabulous. So I saw a movie last night. I went to a shop last night. So I went to one of the shops that are in my local area. Fabulous. All right. Perfect. So next up we have in. She lives in New York. So we use in to describe where something is. So this answers the question where. So it's in New York, in America, in England, and wherever you are, you can say that you are in that country. So that's perfect. You could also say I am in a house. It means that you're within somewhere. You're in a place. Fabulous. So I am in the ISpeakSpokeSpoken studio right now. Fabulous. All right. So next up we have the word that. I think that it's a good idea. So can you repeat the word idea for me? Idea. Idea. Fabulous. So I think that is a good idea to use because we want to say that when we're saying something that you're not holding and isn't right with you, you are stating that something is there. So that is there. It is very similar to this, but it is when it is not with you. So I think that it's a good idea. So we are stating that. Fabulous. And if you were to say, I think this is a good idea, you're stating that you have a good idea with you here. And that's perfect. So next up, we have have. So when you have something, we say, we have time for one more game. So it means that you own something. So I have time. You may have a car, you may have a house, but here we have time. So it doesn't just have to be an object, it can be an idea, like time. So that's perfect, so we have time. Great, so next up we have I. I am learning English. You can all say this. You can all say, I am learning English when people ask you what language you're learning. Fabulous. So we use I when we're talking about ourselves. So I am James. You can say your names if you want to repeat. Please repeat. I am. That's perfect. So yes, we use I when we want to refer to ourselves. Perfect. Good job, everybody. All right. Lovely. Next up, we have, okay, so next word that we are talking about today is it. This is our next one. So if we want to talk about something that isn't a person, it isn't like us, it isn't them, it is it. So we want to talk about an object. So something like this TV here, it is a big TV. So you're stating that something is it. Anything can be it. But you don't want to call people it because that can be quite rude. Okay, next up, we want to use the word for. So, for is used when something is being given to someone. So this gift is for you. So something is intended for somebody else. So you're giving that to them. So this is for you. Perfect. Good one. And when you're giving someone a gift, you can practice that one there. So this gift is for you. Fabulous. So our next one is not. Can you repeat not? Practice. If you want that British accent, practice the quick not. Not. Good job. All right. I am not ready yet. Okay. Remember that, ready. So all of these words that are pronounced, that have the red after them, are words that you can practice yourself. Even if I don't mention it, you can practice them on your own and they will really help you. That's fabulous. So I am not ready yet. If someone in your house is not ready yet, they've got the bags, and someone is ready and they've got the bags and you're not ready yet, they might be saying, where are you? I'm not ready yet. I haven't washed my face. I haven't had a shower. I haven't done anything. I'm not ready yet. So you're saying that something is not, it's not done. The next one that we're talking about is on. So I'm going to use my hand here. Here we have on. So if something is on top of something, it means it isn't under, it is over something. So the book is on the table. So we have a table, and here is the book. The book isn't under the table because it's not going to be the most efficient way to read, but the book is on top of that table. Can you try and say the word table? Table. Fantastic. Good job. Okay, so next up we have the word with. Fabulous. So I will go with you. So someone else is going and you're going to join them and go with them. Fabulous. So going with someone means that you're joining them. Fabulous. Okay. Good job, everybody. So next up we have he. He. So this is a man. So we want to talk about a man. We want to say he is a man. We want to state that it is a he, because if you say she is a man, you're not stating that it is a man. You're saying he is a man. Fabulous. So you use he to explain about a person who is a man. Next up, we have the word as. As you know, I'm a teacher. So here we're explaining something that is exact. So as. So definitely. So you're going to know that. Like, as you know, I am a teacher. As you know, the sky is blue. It's something that's kind of obvious there. So as in this sentence here, you're stating that something is already known, and it should be common knowledge there. Next up, we have you. You are my friend. you're speaking about someone else. So you might say to me, you are a teacher, you are James. You're pointing at, maybe don't point at someone else, but if you're pointing at someone else, you might say you. You're talking about another person. And in other languages, you quite often have two words to use the word you, because it can be used for one person and it can also be used for a group of people. You could say you speaking to three people, or you could say you speaking to just one person. But in English, we just have one word for that. So you. Fabulous. So you are my friend. And this is a very nice thing to say to someone, because you're stating to them that they are someone that you like to spend some time with. Fabulous. Next up, we have the word do. Do is very common in English when we want to ask kind of a simple question. So, do you want some tea? So this is asking if someone would or would not want to be given some tea in this moment, and we use the word do to ask that question. And lovely. So this is in the present simple, as some of you may know, and we want to say, and the word do is to formulate that question there. So, do you want some tea? And we do that. Fabulous. Good job. All right. Next up, we have at. Can you pronounce at for me? Remember the quick sound? At. Perfect. So, meet me at the entrance. So don't meet me anywhere else. At. This is saying that there's a specific place that they should meet you, and it is at that point. There's a point and it's at there. So you might say, I'll meet you at the shops. So I'll meet you there, like in that place. Okay, next up we have the word this. So this is almost the opposite of the word that. I mean, it's a very similar word and people often get it mixed up. But we say this when something is here. So this is my shirt. This is me. This is my hair. So it's something that I have. That is something that isn't here. This is something that is here. And they're very, very easily mixed up. So don't worry if you're not getting it right first time, but just practice and read and speak. And through kind of context and things like this, you'll get it. You'll get it in time. And that's the same with all of these words. So don't worry. Okay, so next up we have the word but. But is used when we want to take one piece of information and then we want to kind of twist it a little bit with some other information. So I like tea. That is a fun drink. That's a drink that I enjoy drinking. And then I want to say how I prefer coffee. So we want to put but in the middle of there because we want to say how there's some kind of information that might kind of be of difference to the information that I just said there. But I still enjoy tea, but coffee's better, in my opinion. That's perfect. Can you now say prefer? Because prefer is not the easiest word to say. So prefer, That is an important word that is an important sound to remember. So prefer. Amazing, good job. Okay, so next up, we have the word his. So his answer was correct. So we're talking about something that a man has. So we're saying it's something that he owns. So his answer. Maybe you're talking about me. You might say his shirt, his hair. You're saying that I own something, and because I'm a man, you will use the word his. Fabulous. Okay, next up we have the book was written by. We have the word by. By means that she did the writing. So you might say she wrote the book, but we would also invert that with saying the book was written by her. She was the one who did that writing there. Okay, good job. So next up we have the word from. From, can you say from? Good job. Okay, so I received a letter from my friend. That's great. So, did I send the letter to my friend? No. The letter was sent to me from my friend. My friend was the one who did the sending of the letter. So, you want to use this when something has come from someone else. So, maybe it's Christmas and someone's given you a gift. You might say, who was this from? Who was the one who did the giving? Next up, we have they. They are coming to the party. So here we have he, she, it, and then we also have they. They means a group of people and you want to describe a group of people. So you want to say, they are tall. So maybe it's a group of people who are pretty tall. So yes, so you want to say the word they. So they are tall, they are cool, they are awesome. And we will say they are cool and they are awesome to the viewers at ISpeakSpokeSpoken. There we go. And next up we have we. We is talking about me and then other people. So when you are including yourself in a group, or it could be two or more people, you would say we. So we will go shopping. So it's you and other people. If it's just you, you don't want to say we, you'll just say I. Fabulous. Okay, good job everybody. You're doing so well. So next up we have say. Can you say the word say? Say. Good job. Please say it again. So when you're saying something, the words are coming out of your mouth. So maybe in a book, you will see the phrase, he said. You'll see the fact that someone has spoken and they have said something. So please say it again. Please speak again, you see? So please say it again. Fabulous. Good. Okay. Good job, everybody. Okay, so next up we have her. So her favorite color is blue. So we want to talk about a female who has a favorite color. So, and her favorite color is blue. So it's something that she has. She has the favorite color of blue. And you want to remember that. So if you're talking about someone who is a female, you want to talk about her as her. Lovely. So next up we have she. So she fits into this kind of column of they, we, I. And she is when you're talking about a female. So you're saying she is tall. She is blonde. So you would say so she is studying biology. Can you say this word? This is a pretty long word. So biology. Good job. So she is a female, and when you're trying to talk about a female and describe something about her, you will use the word she. Next up, we have or. Would you like coffee or tea or coffee? So here you're giving someone an option. You're saying tea or coffee. So you're saying that there's an option here. So maybe you'll go to a restaurant. They'll say, would you like the soup or another starter? You're giving an option here. And you're not stating that one of them is better than another. You're just saying it's this or that. Good job. Okay, next up we have an. An is very similar to a, but when we have a vowel, which is a, e, I, o, or u, on the word, starting the word after, we will say an. So an interesting, you see, an interesting idea. And there are some words when we will use an when it doesn't appear to have a vowel, but you will hear the sound of a vowel starting the next word. And that is that is important to know, because some words sound like a vowel, but they're not written as a vowel. There we go. So next up we have will. So I will call you tomorrow. It's almost a promise. It's a fact that I will do that tomorrow. And it's good to say I will call you tomorrow, because you're not saying I might call you tomorrow, like there's a possibility. No, you're saying it's 100% tomorrow I will call you. And can you now say the word tomorrow? Tomorrow. Remember the so tomorrow. Fabulous. Okay, and remember, once again, up here, there will be a link and you can click that and get all of the materials that are on the board here. You can also look down in the description when there is another link, and you can also take a quiz which is down there, and it's all free. So you can do that and also let us know how you do in the comments. That is great. So next up we have my. So my means that I have something. My means that I have something. So my sister. So it's ownership that, I have a sister. So my sister, my car, my shirt, my hair. You're stating that you have something. Lovely. So my sister is here. Lovely. So next up we have one. So I have one ticket, please. And this is one of the first words that you learn in English, as it's the start of the counting, unless you count 0. But we start with 1. So I would like 1 ticket, please. And that is very important, because if you are at a train station and you're trying to ask for a ticket, you don't want to accidentally ask for 2 or 3 tickets, as you may pay more than you want to pay in that situation. Next up, we have all. So all the cookies are gone. So here we say every one of the cookie. So it's every one of the cookies. So that's what we mean here. We don't mean just one of the cookies. We don't mean 2 cookies, 3 cookies, 4 cookies. We mean every cookie. So that is when we use all. So we use all the people at the party were happy. So you're not saying 2 or 3 of them, you're saying everyone. That's perfect. Next up, we have would. Would you like some help? So this one is a word that we use quite often when we are trying to add a bit of lightness to a question. So we say, would you like some help, instead of, can I help you? In this way, it's a lighter question, or like, would you help, or like, could you help me? So yes, so would you like some help is the perfect answer here. So would you like some help? Yes, please. That's great. Okay, so next up we have there. This is when we are saying something is over there. We're stating that there, like we're stating that there's a place that isn't here, and you want to almost point at that place. So there is something I need to tell you. So the thing I need to tell you is there. It's at the end of my tongue, and I need to tell you this information. That's perfect. We often also use the word there, which has exactly the same pronunciation, but just remember that when you're reading and writing it, we have this I. And something that I learned when I was younger was that if you imagine that the I in there is like a person. So imagine that this is a man who stood there, and that is why in the second one here, so their house is very big, we're talking about people. So remember that little person there as the I. So there we go. So their house is very big. So you're talking about multiple people and what they have. Okay, so next up we have what. What is a question? So what is a question about a thing? So you're saying, what is your name? So you're asking about the name, and that is the noun in the sentence, and you're asking, what is that? You're asking about, so what is your favorite meal? And someone will answer with their favorite meal, hopefully. So yes, so you use what as a question word when you're asking for an answer of like a noun or something. So name. Can you pronounce the word name? Good job. So next up, we have the word so. So we say, I was tired, so I went to bed early. So you're saying, because of this, this happened. So I was tired, in that, like, so I went to bed early. So it's very important, because if we want to kind of say a reason for something, we want to use so, and that unlocks a whole bunch of things that you can then say while you're speaking. Next up, we have up. So please pick up your toys. So up is going this way, not this way. So if you're picking something up, you're grabbing it and picking it that way. If you're putting it down, you're putting it the opposite, but we're picking it up. Next up, we have out. So let's go out for dinner. So maybe at this point, you're inside of your house and you want to leave the door and then go out. So outside is when the sky is above you, maybe you're with the trees, and that is outside. So that is where this word comes from. So we go out for dinner. We're going out of the house. So you're not eating in the house, you're going out. Great. So if is our next word. So if it rains, we will stay inside. So it's almost this is part of a sentence that we're saying a question of if this happens. So we're questioning if this happens, then that will happen. You see, so this will cause that. There's a cause and effect here. So if it rains, we will stay inside. But if it doesn't rain, then maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we will go outside. And we have many different forms of this that we will describe to you in another lesson, and they're very important, so they're very good. Okay, so next up we have about. Can you say the word about? About. Nice one. So we need to talk about your grades. So about is used when we're saying that something almost means, we're talking around the information of something. So we're talking about something. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for dinner. So I'm thinking about the situation of that. So we need to talk about your grades, and we use this quite a lot. Let's talk about this, and let's talk about that. Nice one. So next up we have who. Who is one of our question words in English that we use quite often. So this is when we're asking about a person who is, and we're asking who the person is. We're asking which person is in that room. So who is in this room? I am in this room. So we want to state that we're asking a question about which people are there. And we want to try and say the word who, and we have a silent W. We don't want to say woohoo. This is when we're saying, yeah, something's happened, woohoo. But we say who. So it's almost like H-O-O. So it's this. So who. We want to prolong that U sound. Great. So next up we have get. So get, did you get the message? Can you say message? Message. Good job. Getting something. So someone gives you something, you get that thing. So maybe, once again, for Christmas, someone gives you something. You got that thing. You now own that. So did you get the message? You now have the message if you have got the message. Next up, we have which. Which is, which one do you prefer? So you have two options here, and you're asking about them, and you're asking someone to specify one or another. So which one is the best one? So that is how we use which. Next up, we have go. Can you say go? Because it's a very common one in English, so you want to practice this one. So let's go to the beach. So go means that you're in the place that you're in now, and you want to go towards that place. You want to move from where you are to somewhere else. You're going there. So I'm going to the shops. I'm going to America. Like, I'm moving from where I am to another place. And this is a very important verb in English. That's great. So next up we have me. Can you help me? This is remember this phrase when you go to England or America or an English-speaking country, because this will help you. Because if you need help with something, you can quite easily ask someone for that help by saying, can you help me? It's like, where is the train station? Can you help me? That's great. So me is me. I'm stating for someone to help me. That's great. Next up, we have the word when. Call me when you arrive. Arrive. Nice one. You're doing so well, everybody. So when is stating that there's a point in the future, and when that happens, like when you get to that point in the future, that will happen. So call me at the point in the future when you arrive. Next up, we have the verb to make. Make is often used in English, and it's very different to do, but quite often people mix the two up. So make is when you have something that wasn't before, and now it exists because you have brought it into existence. So before, the dinner didn't exist, but you're making the dinner. So she's going to create that, whereas do is different because that is when an action is happening. But in many languages, they're the same word. So just remember this difference, and with practice, you'll be able to see the difference there. That's great. So I will make dinner tonight. Next up, we have can. So can is used to say, are you able to? Can you see the difference? Are you able to see the difference? Like, is that something that you can do? And we use this quite often to ask the questions about, can you do this? Or you can say to somebody, can you make dinner tonight? If you want to ask someone to do that. And then maybe they will answer with, I will make dinner tonight. Next up, we have like. This is another verb in English that we quite often use. And this is used when we want to explain something that is something that we really enjoy. So like, I like your new hairstyle. So you wouldn't say this if someone got this horrible hairstyle and you're like, oh, this isn't very good. But you will use it if someone got a hairstyle and you're like, whoa, that's a good hairstyle. I like that hairstyle. And in English, we have almost a hierarchy of how much we like something. And like is kind of at that point in which we like it. We're not going too far, but we're saying we like something. So next up, we have time. Time is an important one because quite often you need to get to a meeting. You need to know where you are in time, and sometimes you don't have a watch or your phone on you and you need to ask someone, what is the time? So the time could be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That is what the time is. It is where in the day you're at. So next up, we have no. Remember here we have this O, we lengthen that O sound. So no, no. And we kind of make it and then we stop it quite quickly. So no. So no thank you, I'm full. This means absolutely not. Like I don't want that. So no thank you, I'm full. Next up we have just. So I just finished my homework. It means that it has happened in the recent past. It's not right now, but it may be like a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago. It just happened, like in the most recent past. That's just. Next up, we have him. Him. So when we're talking about a person who is a man, we will use the word him. So we'll say, I like him. And you will state that we're talking about him. If you're pointing at a man, you'll say him. That's great. So I will give him your message. So you're stating that he is the person that will get that message. Next up, we have no. Can you say no? No. Good. So do you know where he is? So know comes from the word knowledge. So knowledge is what is in your head. What is in your brain? So what do you know? So maybe you studied chemistry, so you know a lot about chemistry. So what do you know? Do you know where he is? Do you have the information in your brain about where he is? Next up, we have take. This is another very common verb in the English language. So if there is something there and you take it, you take it. We don't use take for to buy. So you couldn't say, oh, I will take this. And we don't use this for when we're ordering in a restaurant. You wouldn't say, oh, I'll take this, I'll take this. We want to say, I'll buy this, but we can say, please take a seat. So you're taking that one seat. Please, I will take this. It's quite often when you have grabbed something and now it's yours. So you've taken something. Next up, we have people. There are many people here. People is the plural for person. And one person, I am one person. A human being is a person. So you would say there are two people, one person, but two people. So that is very important to know, because you don't want to say, there were 2 persons in this room, because quite often you will add the S. But no, we don't want to say this. We want to say 2 people. Perfect. Next up, we have into. So come into the house. So somebody is outside of the house and you want them to enter the house. They're outside now, you want them to enter. So you want them to come into the house. I'm going into the car. You're entering something that is in while you've just been out. Next up, we have year. Year is important because maybe you can talk about a second, you can talk about a month, but if you can't talk about years, you're never going to know where you are in time. And you can't celebrate someone's birthday because you don't know what year it is. Like you don't know how old they've turned. But a year, this year is 2023. So you got to remember that that is where we are in the years. So that is what a year is. How many years? What? 365 days, most years. Okay, so your is the next one. So your is when you're saying that someone else has something. So your coat. So this is your coat. Yours. When you want to state that someone else owns someone. So I like your coat. I like your hair. I like your green top. So you might say that someone else owns something, and once again, this can be used for one person or it could be used for multiple people. Next up, we have good. Good is very commonly used because we say that something is it's a positive. You're saying that something is good. So this is a good book. This book was enjoyable. It was something that was very, it made me think. It was very good. It was good. It wasn't bad. And this is the opposite of the word bad. So that is how you can remember that. Next up, we have some. Would you like some water? So you're not asking someone if they want a lot of it. You're not asking someone if they want just a bit of it. You're saying to someone, would you like some water? It's a reasonable amount of it, you see? Next up, we have could. Could you please close the window? So could is used very similarly to can, but we use could when we want to make the request a bit more softer. So if we go into a shop, we say, could I please have this? We wouldn't say, can I have this? Because that could be seen as quite rude because it's very direct. But could you please close the window is used when you're asking someone a polite question. So that is when we use this. Please try and pronounce the word. Remember, you can pause and keep on practicing these words and keep going over them. So please pronounce could. Could. Very good. Let us know if you could do it. Next up, we have them. I will meet them tomorrow. So you are talking about a group of people and it's when you're directly talking about them. So I will meet them. I like them. And yes, so on and so forth. So I will meet them tomorrow. So you're talking about them. Next up, we have see. See is a verb of what information is going into your eyes. So I can see the stars tonight. It means that you can see that. It's there and through your eyes, you can see it. You see? You can visualize that in your eyes. That's great. We sometimes use see when you can think about something. So, I can see myself as a businessman in 2 years. So sometimes you can say it like this, but quite often we're talking about what you see through your eyes. So next up we have other. Can you try and pronounce other? Other. Remember we have that sound. Practice that one. And we have other. The other day I met an old friend. So it's not today. It was another day in the past. So you say the other day. We can use this for objects. So I like this cup or I like the other cup. It's a different cup. But in this context, we use it as a day that has come before. Next up, we have than. So she is taller than her brother. So it means that her brother is shorter than her. So you're saying this to kind of say the difference between them. So she is taller and her brother isn't taller, and we use than to kind of glue those together. So she is taller than her brother. Great. So next up we have then. So we had dinner, then we watched a movie. So firstly, we had dinner, and now we want to state that after dinner we did something. So we use then. You can also say and then. So then we watched a movie. It happened after the fact. So now we have now. So can you pronounce now? Ow, now. Great. So now is the perfect time. So now is the time that you're in now. So it's whatever time it says on your watch or your phone, that is now. And now is the perfect time. So now is the perfect time is the perfect sentence here. So you can use now in many different sentences. So, oh, I'm going to do it now. And sometimes some people say I'm ready now when they're not completely ready yet, but they're trying to prove to someone that they are ready. Great. So look. So we have look at that beautiful sunset. So when you are looking is the action of looking at something. So people often get see and look mixed up. So seeing is the action of the thing going into your eyes and then into your brain, and then you can see it. But when you look at something, I am looking at you right now. That is the action of me looking at you. Next up, we have only. This is the only way to do it. There's only one. And this is the one. And that's what this means. This means that there is only, there's nothing else. There's only one way. And that's perfect. So next up we have first. First is when we are saying that we have something. So first, let's review the plan. So it's not the second thing that you're doing or the third thing that you're doing. It's the first thing that you're doing. And that's when we use that there. It's like one, but we use it when we are stating that this is first, this is second, this is third. You're almost listing something, and we will use first in that list instead of one. So next up we have new. She just bought a new car. Next up, try bought. Bought. It's not boked or bauked, it's bought. So remember that one. So she just bought a new car. So remember, new. New is something that has recently happened. Right? So you've recently been given something, or you've recently bought something. So I have a new laptop. I have a new TV. I have a new shirt. So you would say that something has you recently have owned something, and that is new. Or maybe something has recently been made, and then that is a new thing. Perfect. Next up, we have work. To work. So I have to work late today. So work means that you're going to earn money or to do a job. You're going to do a job. So maybe I have to work late today. I have to be at work and I have to be doing my job until late at night. Or maybe you would say, I work as a teacher. So that is my job. That is what I do. Okay, next up we have because. Can you say because? Because. Perfect. So I'm saving money because I want to travel. So in this sentence, we are stating that this is the reason, this is what you're doing, and the reason for you doing that is this. So I'm saving money. Why are you saving money? Because I want to travel. So it answers the question, why? So that is a very important one to remember because is very commonly used in English. Next up, we have give. So please give me a moment. So give is when you are asked, it can be used in two ways. So it can be when you are asking for someone to hand you something, or it could be used when you are handing someone something. So I am giving you this, or you could say, please give me this. So please give me a moment. And as we said with one of the other ones, it doesn't just have to be a physical thing. It could be a moment, which is something that we imagine. It's something in our minds. So that is very important to know. Next up, we have to find. So, did you find what you were looking for? So to find something means that you are in pursuit of something, you're looking for something, and then you finally have that thing. So you found it. So maybe you were looking for a book and you were on the way, like, where is the book? Ah, I found it. It was here in the bookshelf all along. So did you find what you were looking for? In that case, you could say, yes, I did. Next up, we have thing. That's the thing I like about you. So a thing could be anything. So it could be, this is a thing. This TV is a thing. This shirt is a thing. So you could say, that's the thing I like about you. That's what I like about you. You see? And that's the part of you that I like, because you could say that maybe someone is funny. That's the thing I like about you. Next up, we have us. Can you tell us more? So us is when you're talking about you and other people. So it's like we, but instead you're kind of directly talking about yourself. So can you tell us more? That's the thing about us. We like to joke around. So can you tell us? Can you say that? Us? Good job. Very good job. And do remember, I know I've said it a few times, but remember that you can click the link up there and you can get all of the things that are on the board here and more, as we also have a quiz there that you can also do for free. And remember to let us know how you're doing that. Great. So next up we have most. She is the most diligent student in the class. There's no one who is more diligent than her. She is the most. She's at the top of that list of the diligent students. So that is a very important one that you want to say when you are stating, like, okay, this is what I do the most in my days, you know, this is the most important thing. It's at the top of that list. Next up, we have tell. Please tell the truth. So when you are stating something, when you're saying something, so please tell me, like you're saying some kind of information. Tell the truth. Tell me this. Tell me that. And you will use that quite often when you're telling someone some kind of information. Can you say truth? Remember that sound? Truth. Truth. Nice. Very good. Next one we have use. Can I use your phone? So to use something means to put it to some kind of, to do something with it. So I'm using this TV right now to film this video. I am using my brain to tell you all about the English language. So you're doing something with something and you're using it. You're using that kind of thing. And you can also use some kind of information there. So please, can I use your phone? Can you give me your phone so I can do something on it? And that's when that is used. Next up, we have last. Can you say last? Remember, we have that prolonged sound there. Ah, last. Perfect. So he was the last to leave. There was no one who left before him. He was there at the end of the night and there was no one else, and he was eating the last party food, and he was the last person. No one was before him. That's perfect. So day. Day is our next word. So what a beautiful day it is. So we have day and night. So day is when the sun is out, the sun is out and it's the time to be awake. For most people, it's the time to be awake, and the sky is blue, and the night is the opposite of that. It's when everyone's asleep. So what a beautiful day it is. Next up, we have a man. A man is a male human. So I might say, I am a man. I am a male person. And that is how you could say that if you are a man. So that is perfect. So we use that. So there is a man waiting outside. There is a person waiting outside. But now the person knows who that person is speaking to, that person is a man. Great. Is our next word. Great. So you did a great job. So great is really good. So this is how we this is how we really emphasize good. So you did a great job. So you're describing the how did you do it? Really great. So you did a great job. Next up, we have the word little. So I have a little bit of sugar left. So little is when something is like, it's really small. It's not big, it's little. It's something that is very small. So someone has a little bit of sugar left. There's not much sugar left. There's only a little bit of sugar there. So next up, we have very. I have a very important issue. Can you say the word important? Important? Great, good job. So remember that, important. So very is when we want to emphasize that something is something is more than if you didn't say very. So it is very important. It is a very important issue. It's not just important, it's super important. Great. So next up we have still. I still have a lot to learn. Can you repeat? Lot? A lot. Great. So I still have a lot. So still means that it has been going on for a while and it's happening even now. And it's been happening for a while and now it's still going on. So I still have a lot to learn. Next up is learn. So I want to learn a new language. So can you say new? New. Perfect. Good job. So I want to learn. So learn means when the information is going into your brain. So maybe you're reading a book and there's a new piece of information and you're learning it. Maybe I'm teaching you. And that's a very important one to remember, because in a lot of languages, learn and teach are the same. But you want to remember that learning is the process of the information going into your brain. I'm the one teaching. Perfect. So next up we have own. So I've used, so she has her own business. It's her personal business. It's hers. It's no one else's. It's her own business. So it's when you own something, when you have something and it's 100% yours. So she has her own business. Next up we have over. We will discuss it over dinner. So here's dinner. And you're discussing it over. So in this context, we quite often use it while we're eating dinner. That's when we'll discuss it. In other contexts, we can have over as going over something, but here we are just discussing while we eat dinner. Next up, we have to. This is an important one if you want to complain about something. So this soup is too hot. Oh my goodness, I've burned my mouth. So yes, so we use this one when we want to emphasize that something is way more than we expected. It's not what we like. It's way too. So you could say it's too hot. It's too cold. And that is how we use too. Next up, we will have include. Can you say include, include, include? Good job. So the bill includes tax and service charge. So it means that the bill has that within. So it's not a separate thing that you're going to get after that. It has it. So the bill includes everything that you've eaten and also the service charge. Next up, we have after. So let's meet after the movie. So the movie happens, and then after that happens, so the next thing that happens after the movie is the meeting. So you want to remember that it's not before, it's what happens next, it's what happens after. Next up, we have live. Oh, I live in a small town. So where you live is wherever your house is. So wherever you are residing. So I live in America. I live in England. And remember, you can follow along and say where you live, maybe not in the comments, but say it say it when you're repeating after me. So live. Can you say the word live? Very good job. So I live in a small town. All right, so very good job, everybody. Remember that this is all a work in progress, and you don't have to remember every one of them right now, but just become familiar with them, and then over time, through context, you will remember these, and they're very important words to know as they come up quite a lot in English. So yes, and I've been an English native speaker, so if you want that accent, just follow along with me. And this has been I Speak Spoke Spoken in a joyful atmosphere. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.